Bro, what the hell? I mean, she go need some for that ugly ass baby she got. I ain't forget that hoe. That baby pushing 30 even though she's 2. The freak kind of baby. You push the cash into your... How y'all doing? It's your boy JC and welcome back to some more Perfumare. Well guys, last episode was kind of vague because we didn't get nowhere, to be honest. We just seen different routes and endings with the Laurent's route. Looking back in the comment section, shout out my balcony as usual, she said that in order for us to pass to chapter 7, which is I guess the ending of the game, we have to go after Laurent before we get to Flavio. So we're gonna try that, but so I don't know exactly how long this video is gonna be if we do get that ending. Again, that's if we do to get that ending. All right, so we're right here. Let him go, stop him. There's something strange. I feel like I've done this. Wait, the thing is he still winds up going, because I don't know if this is the right part where we have to go to get him to get to so we could go after him. Yeah, we still wind up going with Flavio. So even doing that, unless I'm not doing the right save, because I still go after him and he still winds up gone. Yeah, so even doing those routes, balcony, I still don't get the right ending. This is what I do. See, I stop him and then do something more. I don't know. And then I don't see Laurent at the hospital. And then we get the neutral in. So unless I'm not doing something correctly earlier in the game, which again, I've already tried this in the last video. I tried all the other big options, at least the intern route and then, you know, the Laurent's route. So unless there's something that early in the game that we needed to do, I'm not too sure, but while we're at it, we might as well pick Jewel. We might as well do a different route this time. So let's try Jewel. Decision right on your face, obvious in the determined movements of your body as you stand from the couch. You can't be serious. He mutters under his breath with a more resigned sigh than an angry squabble. Laurent, for his part, doesn't say a word. He watches you as you brush past him, but he makes no move to stop you. Jewel smiles. Here. She offers you your hand. You take it. Her skin is dry and rough and impossibly warm as your fingers interlace. Let's go. She seems to prepared a woman with a plan, one you so desperately lack. It makes you relax and assured that your decision was the right one. She leads you upstairs over the rickety wooden panels and out of the bar. Taking the back door, you exit the building, stepping into the dim parking lot where a pair of people lounge near the trash can. It's dark again. You can recall the sunrise right before you fell off the roof. How long was I asleep? Most of the day. The whole day. Felt like minutes. Time works differently in a dream. Is this after or before we did that dream stuff? I'm assuming this is after. Of course, why shouldn't it? If y'all remember the dream stuff where we went in a dream and then I think Laurent or somebody was in our dream trying to stop us from like dying or something. I don't know, I forgot. It's kind of hazy. You notice a man. Who the hell? Who the hell is you? I'll go in the codex real quick. People. Alon Wayats. Reed's boss, Dia's cousin. Oh, Reed's boss. Even though he was convicted of murder, he managed to win a retrial in a court representing both accounts and the defendant. The result, he was exonerated on all charges. His affliction is strength. And we forgot that Laurent's affliction is dream shaping, so he could like change dreams and stuff. This is our boss. Forgot about her. She looking crusty. Jewel, nigga senpai, you shouldn't. We're leaving. Leaving, but where? No. A man, Alon, if your memory serves, interrupts swiftly. He doesn't raise his voice, but somehow you're compelled to pay attention to what he said. Yeah, because he has affliction. His affliction is strength, so you think he's hardcore. Literally, he's a loser, though. Don't tell us. The less we know, the less they could get out of us later. They mean the SPD. I've heard about your accident. So did everyone. He laughs, a huffy but pleasant sound. You're something of a hero around these certain parts of the city, and a murder suspect in others. Those are not mutually contradictory. His next breath comes out as a cloud of thick smoke. He takes a step away from to dispose of the bud. Well, don't let me keep you. Yeah. It's your transmission, bruh. Jewel takes a signal, tugs it at your head. You pull closer to her, lower your voice. We need to take a cab. That will be necessary. I suppose you're happy to get to a train station, yes? Jewel looks a little surprised, apparently the correct guess, but she nods. I'll drive you there. Jewel hesitates. Her fingers tighten around your hand, and this time it's your turn to give her some clearly needed encouragement. Your thumb moves over her knuckles. Dia watches you too with a slight smile. A light smile. Don't worry, honey. I'll take care of everything. Yeah, you need to take care of my paycheck. But you don't want to do that. Here, advanced payment for the business trip to Alvin. Nah, nigga, that's part of my stibby. What is this hoe talking about? And what is Alvin? Alvin is an alpha global city, a major international tourist destination, a significant cultural, political, and economic hub. The metropolis stands on the River Rust, and its population is unofficially estimated 23 million residents. Ugh. I don't ever want to live in a city. There's 23 million of these niggas. Be sure to represent our shop in the best way possible. Yeah, by using my Perfumare? Yeah, sure. Send you a wink as Jewel pockets the money, giving you half of it. Bro, what the hell? I mean, she go need some for that ugly ass baby she got. I ain't forget that hoe. That baby pushing 30 even though she's 2. The freak kind of baby. You push the cash into your cash into your pocket next to the notebook and the bottle of Perfumare. The strong kick, Dia opens the door to her car and disappears inside. Jewel's grip loosened and she lets go of you, taking the passenger seat. You turn to the other door halfway through the handle. When Alan stops you, boy, if you don't get your head off of me, dog, I'll buck you. Duck if you buck. Good luck. Thanks. Just because your affliction is strict doesn't mean you need to show that. You need all the luck you can have. Man, we don't believe in luck stats. Stop it. You sit on the back seat, fix your dress, fasten the seatbelt, melting in the softness of the leather. Boy, you know that's no Tempur-Pedic. Stop it. Perhaps the most comfortable thing you had a chance to sit on these past hours. Engine roars to life. The lights flicker on and the car moves easily off the driveway and onto the main street. Dia keeps her eyes on the road, but they flicker briefly to the right as she regards to Jewel. Do you want to take something from home? Jewel takes her hand. You need to take your baby? God damn, boy is ugly. I mean, you need to take care of your kid. Just when you think she's not going to respond more than that, she does. I think it would be better if I don't show up there. Unless we don't run into the baby yet. I don't know what timeline we're on. Now that I wonder doing this route, will this change how we went with Laurent route? Doing this route, like, will we still end up meeting Jennifer Lawrence and Ginger Cakes? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Could you? Don't worry. I'll tell your grandmother that you're on a work-related trip. Won't you tell the baby? Thank you. No problem, love. Nigga senpai, do you need me to drive to your place first? You hesitate with your answer, even if you remember where your new house is. You're not sure if it would be safe to go there, and that you don't even have the keys on you. Another mystery you don't have the strength to solve right now. Seen in your indecision, Joel meets your eyes in the rearview mirror. You move frequently. That's why you can't remember. It's your 3rd place this year. Oh, why? Goes with the job, honey. Then don't ask me if I need to go back to my place if I ain't got one. Stupid. Bro. Like, you need to slap up the noggin, sir? I mean, ma'am? That other job of yours. Oh, and propose. Do you remember anything? What was that, Spanish? Anything new about the meeting with our late client? Yes, we know about Victor James Donegal. I keep forgetting that we went back, so we don't recall everything. But if y'all don't remember, Victor James Donegal is the one who, I guess, died because of Miss Jennifer Lawrence. Nothing at all. She hums. Her long nails tap on the steering wheel once and twice. Jewel, what about you? The guilty way in which Jewel bites her lower lip. It's obvious she hoped Dia wasn't aware of her involvement nor her appearance at the warehouse. But seeing as there's no need for lying, she sighs. I went on foot through the park. There's an empty parking lot as well. The sliding door all the way up there. Empty? You didn't see any cars? Besides the truck inside? No. Did you go in? Jewel shakes her head. Nah, I stayed away. But I saw a truck when it exploded. She frowns, lost in thought. I blacked out. Oh, I think I did. A few mirrors, rather potent, yes. Next thing I knew, the warehouse was swarmed by agents in black suit glasses. One of them shot Victor right through the head. You nigga, senpai? She just stood there near the truck, just watching something at the distance, transfixed. Yeah, she said that as much as the last time you talked. Did you recall what it was? No, sorry. I called out to you. You did see it seemed to be enough. We ran to the forest. She smiles, the corner of her lip jumping up. You lost a shoe. Dia snorts. Her mouth Something that very vaguely sounds what kind of shoes and travesty. And then you threw the other one into the bushes. You were so irritated. It smelled dibs. When we got to the city, you had a hideout nearby, so we went there. The door was unlocked and you insisted it was safe, and I was so tired. I fell asleep on the spot, she sighs. And the rest you know. That clears out a few things, but you remember far less than Jewel does, probably because your close proximity to the truck. No, but now that you know more about the meeting itself, there's something you don't understand. If nobody but you and Victor knew the location of the meeting spot and he came alone, no driver, no nothing, then who sent this agents after you? You told who sent your own boss didn't even know, but Jewel did. Why did you follow me? She startles, eyes growing like silver plates. There she does something you didn't expect. She blushes. It's that bad. Victor, he was old. He was old. I saw you two together and... She bubbles, face growing even redder by the minute. Bro, let's be honest. If I go to... What, you get jealous or something, bro? Ain't no way she got jealous, bro. Like, come on, dude. I'm doing a job. Well, you thought me and... Oh, that's disgusting. Really? Wow, you're dumber than I thought. You're dumber than leaving your kid. He was leering at you, you know? I was worried. What, is it gonna change the dynamic? Thank you? I guess, bruh. If the agent found her hiding in the bushes outside the warehouse, they could have killed her too. They would, you don't doubt it. It was dangerous. I know. It wasn't very wise of me. I just saw you with him and I didn't think. I'm grateful you were there. If she hadn't been, who knows what would have happened. I would have kicked him in the nuts. At least you got a cup.
What?
If she hadn't called out to you, you'd be the second body discovered dead in the warehouse. Only reason why I bought the cup up is because, you know, in sports, they usually, if you don't want to get kicked in the balls or any ball injury, you have a cup, you know? Well, I'm glad to be of service. A moment that passes between you two shatters abruptly when the car swerves to the side. Dia swerves, taking a sharp turn that forces you to hold onto your seat, digging your nails into the upholstery, leaving half-moon indentation into the leather. What was that? Yeah, what was that? You good, bruh? Women swear they don't drive like they drive it on GTA. Jules turns wildly, staring through the window at a motorbike lying on the side of the road. You catch sight of the driver on the side of the mirror, standing on the pavement on unsteady legs. A drunk driver, darling. It's that time of the night. Isn't that a drunk bike driver? What if I... Oh, figure out the drum and accelerator. For a moment, you thought it might have been the SPD. I thought it was gonna be a chase. Sometimes it's good to be wrong. The rest of the ride passes in relative calmness. Dia parks her car on the other side of the platform. She wishes you luck as you ask you to keep in touch, but Jewel doesn't promise you anything, and you can't either. You don't know what is in store for you. Awaits at the end of the road, but for now, after exchanging a quick farewell, you enter the station. The building is large, noisy and filthy, full of lingering scents, the old and unbearably distinguishable and new fresh. The layer of usual odors like fries, fired on old, rarely changed oil, or cheap flowery tones of air freshener, mixed with the aroma of human emotions, the choking stench of acid and salt, anger and sorrow. Ooh, that kind of wordplay got me. My mouth tingling. You scratch your nose against the onslaught, breathing through your mouth. It wasn't so hard before. At least you think it wasn't. Alright, Codex Allure. Are you okay? Man, why are you looking always so disturbed? Angrily disturbed. I don't know if that's a word. She brushes a stray lock of hair off your face. Quit touching me. Do you need to leave? No. No, I'll be fine. Just need a moment. Yeah, relax your face, calm down, get off my nuts. Wait for me here, I'll take care of everything. The scent of salt tickles your nose and you can't bring yourself to speak. Are you sure? You force yourself to give her a sharp nod and she leaves, nursing a small frown. Alone, at last, you squeeze your eyes and lean over the wall, taking a deep, deep breath. Fill your lungs with the smell until you feel it back in your throat. For some reason, that's the trick. Until your next breath you take comes out easier. Eventually your nose gets used to the stench and you're able to filter it out. It's strange, feeling two different things at the same time. The regular smell of dirt and the aftertaste of something more primal and more human. Nigga senpai. Eyes are hard, unreadable. One of her brows raised slightly in disgruntlement. She sighs. You have to look better than you feel because she doesn't voice the question you undoubtedly wants to. Instead, she shakes the duffel bag she holds in one hand. I bought up some stuff. Oh, we at the store? Stuff. Food in exchange of clothing. Wet wipes, sanitizer, bottled water, painkillers, and a lighter. What we need a lighter for? She waves her hands and she runs out of fingers to count. You know, essentials. Bruh, if you don't ask me next time so I could help you pick out the essentials. What about the tickets? Yeah, tickets. I don't know what you're talking about. I got them too. Oh, right. Bruh, she really took everything, didn't she? Makes you feel a little out of place. Come on, our train should be here in 20 to 30 minutes. She hangs the bag over her shoulder, then points at the large clock. Past 12. Nothing more for you to do but wait. But it comes, finally. Rolling onto the platform like an overgrown snail, whining and howling. Jules snorts. Right on time. The rusty frame screeches as the doors slide open. Only the right part, the left, stays stuck as though nailed to the frame. Jules surveys the state of the train, then turns to you. Are you ready? Yeah, sure, whatever. She stares at you, gauging your... Is that gauging or gogging?
Gauging.
At least one of us is. She flashes you a wobbly but warm smile. Just telling you to go first. Let's go. Man, it's just a normal ass train, bro. Just let me get up in here, man. The steel stairs groan under your weight. A second later, the noise resounds again as Jules squeezes herself inside. Do you see any empty seats? All of them. Lucky us. With the whole compartment to yourself, you settle on a couple of seats that look the cleanest. Jules takes the closest to the window. You drop next to her on the hard, uncomfortable upholstery. So, what's the plan? Settling the duffel bag by her left arm, she perches her head on it. Her face placid, devoid of any motion, completely at peace. But she's scared. The acrid smell is heavy around her. Can I trust you? A weird question to ask, isn't it now? I know we're both in this cluster F together, but I need to know. No, you can't. Come on, bruh. What's the deal with the reassuring with words? Come on, bruh. My actions should speak louder, fam. You can. She hums, briefly closing her eyes. I hope so. Why? We're gonna get a point where we have to like test that. Have you heard or do you remember anything about the Affliction Research Institute? Oh, I don't think we learned about this. Ari, okay. Organization dedicated exclusively to advancing the knowledge of nature of all affliction, finding ways to help mastering the control and stabilizing the... Didn't they have something else that did this? Unless we have heard of Ari. Okay, no, this is just like the explaining of the affliction. They haven't been working for the last decade. Since the government said they have discovered everything there is to know about their affliction. Which is true, I don't believe it. We've always had them, but there are things we don't know. More still, they don't want us to know. Like what? Like why are some people born with it while others aren't? Or what does your tier depend on? We don't know that. They say it's genetic, but there has to be more to it. And Perfumare? How does it work? Why does it work in the first place? What does it have to do with the Institute? You see, when I said technically... so they're still working. Yes. Nigga senpai, please. What I'm about to tell you, it's important. I need you to keep it to yourself. Promise me. I'm not making... What? What are you on? No. Well, I'm gonna be real. I don't really have like a cohesive reason not to tell anyone, but that's vice versa. So, I mean, I guess. She excels. Her shoulders fall as though a great weight has been lifted off them. The Institute, what's left of it? Only a couple of people, and mostly those who haven't been found. I know where they are, and I think they could help us. Are you sure? They will. You'll understand when we get there. Till then, all I ask is for your patience and time. The two things you seem to be lacking. I've been having patience and time. I have patience to deal with you and your ugly ass baby. Why not? You're already on the train, heading for who knows where. The last moment to change your mind has passed. You don't speak much after that. She doesn't start a conversation either. The train moves forward in the rusty railway, decelerating to a stop to the next train station, then starting with a whistle, accelerating again, continuing on its journey to a place afar. You sit next to each other, pressed together for warmth, listening to the steady creak of the machinery and the old metal rubbing on the metal. You don't sleep. You can't, even if you at first try to. At the recent events sink their claw into your mind, tethering you to the present. Another hour has passed, or maybe more. Then you finally notice that you are the only one who awake. Jules sleeping soundly, head rested on the window. She looks peacefully like that, and you don't have it in yourself to disturb her rest. The duffel bag she was using was a pillow before ending up falling to the ground with a soft thud that must have been escaped your notice. You pick it up now, unzipping it as quietly as you can. There in midst various items, you pull out a thin red blanket. She's prepared for everything, isn't she? Like someone who has on their own for a long time. No one to count on. Alright, so this is Future Bae, bro. You gotta protect Future Bae. You wrap the blanket around her, running your hand over her arm. Here, you feel it. The first scent you felt after waking up in the old room, though at the time you wrote it off as something unimportant. The strong smell of four gray. Ooh. Sharp and herbaceous like wood, moss, and kamari. With a hint of lavender. How did you manage to miss it before? It clings to her like a second skin, rich and sweet in your mouth as you breathe in it. Strange how you haven't noticed that before. I actually wonder if she's ever going to use her affliction, which is telekinesis, I think. Which I think that's the ability to move weapons and like objects with her mind. She suddenly shifts, mumbling something to herself, and you take her hand away as though it's burned. You look away and you don't move until you're sure she won't rose. Trailing your eyes over the desolate compartment, you find a newspaper sticking out one from between one seat and another. A crumbled paper lies within reach, and you lift it up without shifting too much. It's dated yesterday, but it's better than nothing. You unwrap the mess, straighten it to your thigh. Promptly, you regret your curiosity. Shot to death, covered, partially burning, and empty. Oh, snap. Title of the article shouts with big, bold letters. A body of a man, blah, blah, blah. Shop to in a where. Oh, okay. So this is Victor. You skim through the article. You shorter than imagined it would be less informative. Only 3 short paragraphs about the murder. Not a word about the supposed drug deal. Not a mention of a truck full of broken bottles. You threw the newspaper back where it was, hidden between the seats. It didn't print your name, though you're certain it not. If that's because of the press wasn't able to obtain, or if they were explicitly told not to. Either way, you know you're in trouble. It's only out of sheer luck that you decide to leave when you did. Well, your luck and your only apparent salvation. The person you chose to lay out your trust. Sleeping silently in a couple inches away from you. Wait, what? Only time will tell if you have made a grave mistake. You gotta trust what we do, bruh. Next couple of days pass in a haze. We still on a train? Your memory returns without a fanfare. Strange and worrying. Perfumare doesn't work like that. No matter how much you take, it doesn't steal your memories permanently. The strangeness of it all, it doesn't end with you. Your turn. Okay, hold up. She changed the drip. Jules stands over, shaking you a little. Holds the duffel bag, you take it, she passes to you. We have 15 minutes, so be quick about it. You leave the compartment, enter the small, cramped bathroom, making sure not to touch the walls or anything that you don't have to. You freshen yourself up using the hand sanitizer and the wet wipes as best as you are able to, brushing your hair with your fingers until they look somewhat decent. Wonder how we actually look. You take a look at the clothes Jewel chose for you. You have to admit, she knows your taste very well. Inside the bag is a frilly tunic, a pair of soft leggings, an outfit that suggests you'll be doing a lot of walking in your immediate future, all the while managing to look rather nice. Does she have drip? I mean, I like her drip. It's not bad. Reminiscing our home, and I guess we get to build our backstory. That makes sense. I don't know, let's do outskirts, bruh. Sleepy little town of Jonah, the less few thousand residents, most of them older than you. Better to keep oneself there safer. Looking back, your childhood was bad. Some things are better left unsaid, and that's all you could say about your earliest years. You survived, although that's all that matters. I feel like that's gonna give us some backbone, make us a little more confident in ourselves. But everything went to hell when you discovered you were 5. What a relief in the long run. They called the authorities on you, sending you off to the academy. They never reached out to you. I felt like we'd done this in Laurent's route. Not even after you graduated and you decided to let it all go. Make a life for yourself elsewhere. Took the first train to Al-Azhar with nothing but a handful of personal belongings. Only what you could stuff in the pockets of your winter coat. You had no plan and no expectations. It was raining on the day. Your shoes were wet and muddy, led by a strong smell of perfume. Down the main road and through the back alleys, you found a small shop. Perfumare. A white card plastered to the door, looking for an employee. No experience needed. A light at the end of your tunnel. It wasn't easy to find a legitimate job in a city so large and corrupt, so you took the opportunity and looked out. So yeah, this is the little backstory, okay. Only because you needed the money, you had nothing better to do. You hated the SPD. I needed money, bruh. Come on, this is the backstory of the broke. Come on, dude. Dirty money is still money. Never care about how you got it. You're living in the big city without abusing your gift. Selling perfumes to rich clients and buying your own. You never in your wildest dreams to expect your life to take a turn for the worse, but it did. Alright, now you're not here. Hiding in a bathroom in a filthy train. Going who knows where. The unforeseen booming air whistles indicates the upcoming stop. The last one on the route. You finish getting ready, putting your shoes back on. Jules waiting for you near the door. She takes the bag from you, handing you a cereal bar instead, which you take and dig into at once. Your usual rations past days were exclusively made of chocolate-flavored bars, dried fruits, and nuts. So nothing other than that. Even the cheap oatmeal snack bought at the vending machine a few stops ago is a welcome dietary change. Railway shrieks at the train. Joel takes a deep breath, and the scent of acid permeates the air. It's going to be okay. It tumbles out your mouth before you can stop it. He chuckles, eyes going soft. I should be telling you that. Her fingers graze over yours. Thank you. The door opens with a sickening whine, and you both wince at the noise. Here goes nothing. Oh, snap! We in the jungle arc. The stairs creak as you stumble down onto the tall grass and the pale gravel. The uneven road stretches far beyond your reach, disappearing behind large trees. How far do we... Pretty far. She smirks, eyeing your stiff posture. Did you get me my... Let me eat my cereal bar. Hold up. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. Yeah, you better. Oh, I will. You have my word. Quietly, she looks around, cataloging the dense passages, covered by the branches and the low-hanging vines. When she finds what she was looking for, a swift cat-like maneuver, she jumps over the railway tracks. Once standing steadily on the other side, she swings back to look at you. Come on, we're going south. Ooh, Louisiana chicken! Why am I getting hyped for that? Why do I have to buy in the types? On your right, through the leaves, you see the rays of the sun. Jules shakes her head. That way. You glance in the direction she's pointing her head at. The thick, overgrown forest. There in the deep bush lies your future. Hopefully the answer to all your questions. Right. Take a wavering breath and leap. Chapter... what? 4? Alright, so we have to get to, so I guess we have to get to chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken. So we got 3 more chapters. Oh no, we gotta get to chapter 7, from what Balcony said. So I think we're gonna stop it here. Alright, y'all already know the vibes. As usual, let me know your thoughts. Do you think we're doing good so far? Question to Balcony. I don't know if I'm exactly going the right way or direction. I mean, I don't even know if I did the Laurent's route correctly, because I know you could get a scene where you see him at the hospital, which that was like the scene that, I mean, I guess that's the part that we were supposed to see anyway. But my question was like, how come I couldn't get to that? How come I couldn't finish and get to that part? I pretty much did everything what she said, so I don't know. Maybe there's something that I didn't do earlier within that route. But for the most part, yeah, this is interesting. This is cool because, you know, it's a different part to the game. There's not like the same copy and paste. There's a little bit of difference. So now that we're with Jewel, we're not taking the safer route, as some will say, because you know how Laurent works with SPD. I feel like SPD is the more safer route because you don't have to go through all of that situation not knowing how it's going to turn out and the SPD chasing you. You at least have one of them on your team and you can convince the rest of the SPD that comes along the... But with this route, I'm curious if this is going to open up more things to the game or we're going to get the same ending. I really hope we don't. If we're gonna get the same ending, at least I really hope it's like we could get to a different neutral ending, because I really don't want another neutral ending on Jules' path. So if y'all could let me know if I could do that correctly, let me know. So we have quite a bit of ways, you know, because we gotta, after this I want to see Reed's route and see how that goes. So I said we'll have a few more episodes until we get to chapter 7. I hope we could get to it, and then we can do the same for Reed, and then we'll be entirely done with Perfumare. But Man, now this is interesting. Hopefully we'll get to the point where we meet some of the people from the Ari and go from there. So the indie games to playlist, this is what you see now. So the next game I'm gonna play, I tried doing the other stuff for Ebon Light, didn't really result to anything different. And I even had a homie, shout out to you, that commented and told me that there was, even if you save Midwin, there's nothing really much different from the indie that you get. And there's some other things that I missed that if I befriended Skylar, I could have got, she gives us different makeup, which I never seen in the game before you leave the ship. And then you gotta have to have a different stat check to even save Midwin anyway. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it there. Unless there's anything else y'all want me to do. There's a lot of games we gotta play, so if we are gonna do it, we're gonna have to wait because there's so many indie games to play now. I literally have to get through these hoes, especially if these games are gonna be long. So I want to finish up Perfumare really quickly so we can start another game. So next I'm gonna be trying out Midnight Train, and then hopefully I could get to Turtle Head next as well, because right now we just got Emily's Away and Cat Lady. Thank you for supporting Black Business as usual. Stay blessed, keep your head space strong, and I'll see what I see. Peace.